MaJaMa Jams is brought to you by Extreme Parking 2.
Jason?
God, he's sleep typing again.
What's the role of Q's and L's?
I mean, on the other hand, he's technically being productive.
Yeah. Let's leave him be.
MaJaMa. MaJaMa. MaJaMa.
Hey guys, I got great news. I thought about this thing all night. I decided I'm gonna help you guys out. And for only $600 a month.
600?
Well, I sensed a strong aura of need around here, and what can I say? I'm a given type of guy.
You got yourself a deal.
All right.
So when do we start?
We already have.
Get out of here.
Ho!
Yeah.
Ho!
Let's mime the whole episode.
No!
Welcome back, everyone, to MaJaMa Jams, a show where we discuss other people's work to avoid doing our own. Now, guys, today, holy crap, we are almost to 70 episodes of MaJaMa Jams, and that means that today's episode is none other than episode... Pull that apart away from where the mic is. 69, which to those of you who are in the know, is actually a sexual position.
Really?
So we said to ourselves, we always love a good gimmick here on MaJaMa Jam's couch. What if we did? What if we did?
No, you're right.
Present tense.
It's a dud.
What if we did a movie that had something to do with sexual overtones? Cue Joseph Myrick.
No!
What, you want to go towards the sexual overtones?
Back. So Mateo has, if nothing else, a stable of gorgeous 80s movies. And sometimes I try to pull away from that stable, but not today, because he pulled out 1984's Hardbodies, a little perfect slice of beach babe boob nirvana.
It wasn't Hard to Kill? I thought you were on the H section. You got Hardbodies. Okay.
Hard to Kill is with Richard Grieco.
No, that's it. If Look Could Kill.
Damn, I was close though.
Hard to Kill, I think, is Steven Seagal.
Okay.
He's kind of got breasts.
Now.
No.
Yes.
That is gross.
So, we are breaking down 1984's. Can I use the word iconic?
No.
Sure.
Famous?
No.
Hardbodies.
Hardbodies.
You know the cover from the flat tummy with the name in lotion, which I have to say I actually really like. I think it's a great example of a movie poster. I like the cleanliness of the lotion squirts.
It's probably not real.
It's probably not real. So, Mateo, I
Yes?
feel like it's been a while since I've asked you to do the synopsis, and gosh darn it, this isn't going to be a long one, but why don't you walk us through what Hardbodies is, and then we're going to get into the sexcapades of this summer romp here at the end of summer, in our world at least. Hey, you guy in the sexy pink Italian shirt, why don't you break it down for him?
Italian, sure.
I meant to say Hawaiian, but you're Italian, so it invades my every thought. I'm sorry for cursing.
Okay. Hardbodies is the story of Scott, who is Scotty, who is a young, strappy kid in love with his girlfriend, and after being evicted, he stumbles across three barely middle-aged people. not that much.
I can
but
see them to varying degrees of age.
let's say another the previous generation's people. So we go with that. who are desperate to score some hard body. Hence, I mean, that actually introduced the term hard body.
It's a hard body.
Hardbodies, little foxes down on the beach.
It's actually does the decent, I don't know, you call it marketing thing where they justify the title by saying it a bunch so that it's not just a title, it like coalesces into the whole fabric of the movie.
And the band name.
And the band name.
And the band name.
Hardbodies.
Hardbodies.
Yeah, it means the perfect little foxes down on the beach.
Yeah, I like it.
And so they hire Scotty to teach them the way of conquering the heart of young ladies who apparently are abundant in that part of town.
Do they say where they are? Because I know you said it was filmed in like 16 different beaches.
They simply say California, because at the end she goes to SoCal.
I'm transferring to Cal State.
Cal State? We're up on the hill here.
Right.
When was that ever mentioned or a plot point that she was moving away to college? And I didn't think they were even dating at first.
No, it's never say it comes as a minor final conflict. Oh, I'm going to college. Oh, you're leaving town. And he said, no, I'm staying here. So he organizes party after party in their house that they are renting on the beach. On the beach.
On the beach. On the beach. This summer, we will be on the beach.
And they have their ups and downs. One of them specifically is a creep who tries to separate Scotty from his girlfriend, but then
while they're currently having sex.
While they're currently having sex. And
I think it's sticky.
That is pretty much...
Why are you kids so sticky?
The whole story. With a couple of differences.
I can't believe it.
Than the usual boner comedy or sex comedy, whatever you want to call them.
I didn't see one boner.
True.
I actually love the term boner comedy.
Yeah.
Just sounds like a fun romp.
All right.
This is 1984. It came out after the unexpected success of Porky's.
Boy, Miss Bellbricker, you put a lot of weight behind that one.
Coach Goodenough, would you kindly keep your balls off my tumbling mat?
Beg your pardon?
The basketballs, would you kindly keep them in your own court? I have little enough room for my girls as it is.
Oh, I'll take care of that, Miss Bellbricker.
Thank you.
83?
81, I think.
Okay.
Give or take.
Okay.
81, 82. So the basic concepts of all these stories was let's find a bunch of kids, let's put them on the beach, they have sex. Sometimes there was the idea, oh, let's make fun of the authority, so a cop would arrive, but it would be always a bumbling cop.
They always are.
This movie had an interesting story instead. It's a step up from the other comedies, because usually they were produced by really, sometimes not even a production company. Somebody would just like amass some money and make a movie, and that was it. Kind of like the Mutilator, which was an independent producer who has never produced anything else, but he did that. He made his money back with a little bit of extra, and that was it.
Start the car! Start the car!
You could barely notice.
Yes. This one, originally, the idea was to do it for the Playboy channel.
Oh.
That's why there is on the average boner comedy, there is much more nudity that you would find. The ratio is higher, but. And that is also why, unlike the vast majority of the other boner comedies, it has a very decent cinematography. It's pretty darn good. It's not. It doesn't look like a movie shot in the back of a van, to a degree, but it was made like this.
Sometimes you wish, though.
Yes.
Well, you know what I wanted to say right off the winged mammal. Are they mammals?
They are.
Okay. That's exactly. I was surprised because I didn't know what to expect going into this, and Mateo actually owns this also on a double feature disc, which has Private Resort, which was one of our episodes we did to try the show out, so you guys didn't get to see it, but it was actually one of the last ones before we said we're going to put the episode that actually goes up, but we watched Private Resort, and while Private Resort was great to watch with the train wreck lenses, as a movie, it's wispy, basically a wafer of nothingness. Now, someone could make that argument here, but like you were saying, with Private Resort in my brain, are like, are we just going to watch a dumb boner comedy to break it down and make fun of it? But I was very surprised. That's exactly the plan. But I was very surprised by how breezy, pleasant, and much more resembling a movie than just the throwaways you're discussing are. Both, like you said, cinematography, a couple shots, like if you framed them, actually looked gorgeous. No, there's a tone to it, there's a style, likable leads. And you kind of said don't read the back because the somewhat twist element of the fact that we have our usual gorgeous blonde kid we're following, but then three kind of old dudes come and like, well, we want to live the party life because you teach us. And you would almost think that that would be kind of like a jarring shift of like, is this who we're going to spend the movie with? And yet, at least for me personally, you guys can tell me what you thought.
Don't speak for us.
I know you've seen it before. I actually thought everything worked and it all kind of led to fun.
Really? That sounds great.
We now return to
MaJaMa.
Excuse me,
We talk a lot about, is every movie supposed to be judged by the criteria? Are we supposed to judge the freaking Godfather the same as Hardbodies? I think movies all set out with a specific task. I think in this case, Hardbodies set out to do a task, and under that criteria, I think it actually soared because I actually had fun. Yeah. And I mean, cared is a strong word, but the lead was very likable. He's, like we said, we throw a little morality. Jeez, the kid's just staring at the freaking tit.
I was reading the back. Talking. I was reading the back of the boob.
As you should do all the time when you find one.
And I had a good time with it, and I thought it was an actual...
What are you talking about, man?
I thought it was an actual movie.
Thanks.
And I was very surprised by that.
And that's why it apparently cost about $2 million, which is way more than what usually is.
In 1984?
Yeah.
Isn't that like astronomical for 84, right? Especially for this genre?
But that's why there was the Playboy money behind it.
Okay, so
eventually they didn't find it, let's say, erotic enough for the Playboy channel, so they dropped it, and it got picked up by I think Columbia, which eventually distributed.
Legitimate theatrical release?
As a theatrical release.
Summertime? Seems like it would have to be, right? It's like
it came out the same day of Breakin, the movie that it was eventually a sequel by Breakin 2, Electric Boogaloo, and I think 16 Candles.
You don't have anything else to say to me today?
What would you like me to say, Sam? Come on now, honey, you're gonna miss the bus. Have a good day.
I can't believe this. They fucking forgot my birthday.
It made two things. It made about 4 times its budget in its theatrical run. Probably would have done more had not Breakin coming out, because kind of like the target, even if it's not a boner comedy, but it's the young people who want to have fun.
Yeah, what's up with that? That's all I care about.
Yeah. And the other thing, it made every single critic mad because they think, oh, what the hell are you doing? And stuff like that. So,
because of the breasts?
Because of the...
Our next movie is named Hardbodies, and it's the latest example of dozens of movies which all have exactly the same plot line, which consists of, let's get a low-budget crew together, round up a couple of dozen starlets in bikinis, go down to the beach and shoot a dumb, soft-core sex movie. You can usually spot a movie like this because all of the adult extras in the movie look like they're either investors in the movie or the director's relatives.
Probably just like to say, okay, this is just like the bare minimum for a movie, even if...
That's what I'm saying, is that I get that...
Still, that's an achievement.
I get that idea,
Yes.
but I think that it's really... Simply compared to Private Resort, there's nothing there other than laughing at it. I enjoyed this enough as the actual mechanics of a movie. I also think...
Well, Private Resort has Johnny Depp.
It's true.
Really?
Which speaks volumes to what actors do before they get over the hump of becoming someone. But I think our lead here, who Mateo pointed out, was in the equally... I'm sorry, maybe not equally as iconic, but also buzzy name of Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
The house right up, Holy shit, what is that? Wow, look at that. Come on, we can't lose them, they got Debbie.
You think this is more popular than Killer Klowns?
No, that's why I stopped myself, but I think that this is a buzzy name of its time.
It's a great name.
It's a great name.
Yes.
Even though you don't really want a hard body, like if you touch, at least with women, it's like, oh, your body's hard, like you want the soft curves.
I think he just means they've been
Tight.
putting in work.
Putting in work. Yeah.
I guess a guy's body would be more traditionally hard.
Yeah.
Well,
that wasn't a...
Mine is fluffy. Oh, it's all right.
Hard body, lard body.
Crumpy, frumpy, and lumpy.
I was born to be wide.
Is that also Full House?
That's
no,
this.
It's this one.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Look at you guys, dumpy, frumpy, and lumpy.
And also this has the, I don't want to say the exception, but almost, that the protagonist is not effectively looking for adventures. He has a girlfriend, and he keeps the girlfriend throughout the movie.
Maybe I could save some money and we could move in together. I mean, if you don't mind.
Christy, don't you know how crazy I'm about you?
And he has a moral compass because he has the courage to go up to the creep guy and say,
Hey, Hunter, that's enough, man. Leave her alone.
What are you doing here?
Hunter, she says no, she means no.
You know, I was doing that over-exaggerated comedic face, but your point really did hit home with me.
Oh, that was a comedic face? I always like a comedy.
He is girl crazy, and he is the popular guy, but for the most part, he knows the ropes, but he's with his girl, and they come to him to seek out. I didn't really think about it. Every single comedy starts with, we've got to get some pussy, we've got to...
I'm the person in charge of pussy. I have to, check your credentials.
Dick brain, dick brain, dick brain.
And this one is like, I'm kind of there, and other guys come to me. And yes, you're right. I think he's actually comes across an incredibly likable lead.
Yes.
The blonde hair, like the casting-wise, just putting your casting hat, the blonde hair, the smile, the face, very appealing.
I bet
very
you loved that.
Innocent, good-looking kid. Moral compass is nice. He's not a creepo. He's not a complete, just poon hound. But man,
he did lie to a room full of girls, saying that the fat guy was a
photographer.
Modeling agent, and they all took their tops off for him.
Yeah, but they did that of their own free will.
So, how's our photographer doing?
Oh, great. He's already taken 100 pictures. He hasn't reloaded once.
Really?
Ooh, great picture.
I've got a great body, too.
That's nothing. My body is better.
He didn't say do it. They said, well, you know what? I've got a great body, which is why, the age-old lesson, you just got to lubricate to start the car up, and then it'll drive itself.
I don't think that's how it works.
You lubricate the car to start it up?
Look, man, I watched this movie, we've been sitting here locked up with you two schmoes for months now, and I'm like, damn, man, maybe we should give up our movie reviewing ways and go down and get a beach house, start tasting some chicks, wear a couple short shorts, dye our hair blonde, walking around half naked all the time, sipping friggin' daiquiris and slurping down hot dogs.
I'll be renting my own apartment. Thank you very much.
Right? This is what we should be doing.
Yes, it did have a strong feeling of why are you not
right?
living your life like this?
Can you imagine having sex with an actual human being that is breathing?
So basically you're describing science fiction.
Right?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Imagine actual romantic and sexual contact with other
can't.
human beings. Chilling out on the beach.
I see you using the word human beings, not women.
Well,
is that on my behalf or just your
no,
personal
it's that he had the thing for the protagonist of the movie as well as the black-haired dude.
Yes, you were all over that dude.
I didn't think.
Let alone gold member.
Come on, tuck it in, tuck it in, tuck it in. Straighten that back out, straighten that back out. Looking good, looking good. Come on, Mickey, what are you, a sissy?
Oh my God. Okay, we have to get to this cast of characters, but first, the most important question. Matthew, did you find our lead attractive?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean,
really?
No, but I mean, yeah.
And of course, is the same.
He's perfect '80s beach.
Yeah,
No,
kid. But is the same situation of Indecent Proposal, that you say, oh, you have, how come you can talk to the ladies like this and suave and everything? He looks like that.
Yeah.
It has an advantage over the three guys.
Dumpy, frumpy, and lumpy.
Except for the
Kenny Loggins.
No, the inbred Albert Brooks and Jason Alexander. The other two were fine.
Well, that's what I was saying, is that I only said that because they do the line of like, yeah, where'd you get these three ugly dudes? But the one guy might not be your cup of tea, but he is genuinely in shape and handsome, albeit older. The other guy has kind of like the manly Texan button-down.
Where was your hand when you were saying that comment?
It's just the third guy that's kind of a schmo.
But apparently with a very large penis.
God, Rounder, it's so big it's scary.
We now return to
MaJaMa.
10 large fries, 10 large colas, and 10 apple turnovers. Anything else I can get you?
Yeah, what's your name?
Dee Dee.
We'll have one fresh Dee Dee to go.
I wish. I don't get off till 2.
Hey, come on, Dee Dee. It's now or never. All right, Dee Dee!
I went with the summer, devil may care, carefree, endless love vibe of most of it, except for the fact that a girl quits her job, walks out of the window, gets into the car with them, and then proceeds to go crazy on El Tubbo in the back. The saddest part is I could actually see it happening, which speaks volumes to the massive discrepancy.
Well, he's got a limo.
Between
they're ordering a bunch of food. She can clearly see the imprint in his pants.
It speaks to what there is a difference between men and women and what importance is placed on. Because I can completely see a scenario where a guy like that got a girl like that for whatever. Oh, he was in a limo, he had money, whatever. But if you take it as strict aesthetics, it's like, oh my God.
I mean, you should never take life as strict aesthetics.
I always do.
Yes, that's what you have.
I like Andy Warhol's quote of, I am a deeply superficial person. It speaks to me. It's not just, it's a heightened shallowness based on aesthetics and a fetishization of looking at things as art.
Why is it heightened? Because you're aware of it?
I don't know. There's a lot to get into.
Or not. We could just...
Mateo,
yes,
who might people...
I thought your phone didn't work.
Damn it. Let's see. No problem. Bye-bye. Bye.
Was that Cynthia?
No, it was Bill. He wanted garlic.
Not garlic powder.
No. Vampires. Again.
I'm going to start with this. Just because I think this is a fun factoid for our audience of two. Who is the iconic horror legend with a permed fro who pops up for a little bit in here looking quite uncharacteristic? Mateo, it is none other than...
Are you referring to Older Geek?
The Older Geek, yes, he's talking about the Older Geek, is Kane Hodder.
Is that how he was listed?
Yep.
Kane Hodder.
A few years before he'd done The Mask.
The man who, even though a bunch of people played him, is Jason. Come on. We all know that Kane is Jason, no matter how many actors played him.
Except not in Freddy vs. Jason. What the fudge happened there?
Yeah, what?
It was just like a retard with a mask.
No.
Is he the phantom of them all? Or just some retard in a broken hockey mask?
So he pops up in short shorts and a curly hair and a stash and
not so much shorts. They're just like, but yes, they're very, very.
I guess in fairness, with the way Kane is, it's almost like you. Like you just ain't wearing shorts, so they don't have to be short shorts. They're short shorts on Kane. But
yes.
That you've never seen Kane Hodder in shorts?
I love little factoids like that. And in addition to that, I also found it charming that we had Jason Voorhees himself.
How do you know he doesn't wear shorts?
He's outside the Kane
Hodder's
house.
He doesn't. Tell me I'm wrong.
Kane Hodder wears shorts?
Tell me I'm wrong. People out there, comment. You know Kane Hodder does not wear shorts.
I could see him as the type of guy that wears shorts all year round, like when it's freezing cold, and you're like, dude,
Kevin
aren't
Smith?
you? Yeah, like, aren't you cold, man? He's like, no.
Kevin Smith wears 1999 Warped Tour down to the thing shorts. You know, as much as I am a advocate of Arrested Development, I have to admit, every time I see Kevin Smith in those baggy clothes and that backwards hat, it's like, really?
How do you think people view you? How do you think people view you?
No, this is stylish. I dress stylishly. You can't even joke on it because I do. I have more style than you.
You have a 69 written in Sharpie on a white T-shirt.
That's just today, but you know I dress more stylishly than you, better than you, more of a sense of awareness than you.
That's because I stopped caring about my physical appearance and wardrobe years ago.
Like,
if I tried, I wouldn't be in competition.
All right, in fairness, you did wear that Chris Evans in Knives Out sweater, sometimes with a fresh haircut and some Tims with a more pantsy things than the jeans. And, you know, the Tims are manly. Tims are manly.
I don't know if I'd wear the Tims with that.
No. I don't think you'd be as, I think you'd be slick. I don't think you'd be as your own sense of style as I have. You don't experiment with colors as much. You don't have a unique sense. You can't naturally pull off over-the-top gaudy things like I can. Even Mateo can wear this better than you could. Right?
I'm going to have to put some more effort in now.
See? That's all I want to do is, you look horrible, dude.
I've had to reflect on my life now in these past 2 minutes.
You know, Mateo won't say it because he's built a personality around being a sweetheart to us.
Very shameful coming from you.
But yeah, it's really bad, dude. I mean, you just wear monochromatic shirts. You wear flannel like you're a friggin' kid in Seattle that's depressed. You just wear jeans.
At least it exudes how I feel.
At least you're conscious of your hair. You know, your hair always looks like you're gay because it's got effort put into it.
That's actually just recently. It's been a mess for years.
In other words, if Bruce McCulloch were here, he would say,
"This is bad. This is really, really bad."
I don't think I can do the rest of this episode now.
What's up?
I don't think I can do the rest of this episode.
I'm glad I got through to you, man, because, you know, it's really bad. You just dress like crap.
not only you got through to him, but on camera.
Well, we got to publicly shame him. Look, the people at
That is
home
the only thing that actually works.
The people at home know how disappointing Matthew's persona, input, outfit
Just the whole
is.
package, Matthew.
In fairness, he came up with this, which has saved our ass beyond anything. So. All right, so Mateo, I don't think we have any other famous names.
Well, there is the band Vixen.
I hope you're not here to complain about the noise.
No way. You guys, you're awesome.
Thanks.
Okay, so that was an actual band. We have a band which is eventually named Hardbodies.
But Diaper Duty.
It's a real band.
Diaper Rash. Originally, yes, it was Diaper.
Were they a popular band? Or an established like?
They got.
Okay, well, I wanted to highlight the guy that you brought up because, Matthew, you want to tell us about the Golden Guy? Oh my God, the Golden Guy.
It's just when you think you've seen his last outfit, you're like, oh my God, how can this dude top this? He comes out. I mean, you first see he looks normal the first time you see him. He's at the show and he tells.
The band, what's the name?
Diaper Rash.
Well, that sucks. Change the name, call me tomorrow, we'll have lunch.
But then when you see him in his little gold Speedo with a tight, almost nude colored
yes, the tank top.
Wife beater, yeah.
What year was Prince really popular? It was 80s, like mid-80s?
Mid-80s.
Like Michael Jackson level?
Why you have Prince in this?
The reason is because I'm thinking of speaking of iconic, the Charlie Murphy story about Prince. He says, you know, the crazy thing was about this time, the dude dressed the most like a woman was getting all the bitches. So I wanted to say it's hysterical, but it's not perhaps when you think
about women like that.
When you think he said it on me.
You repeated it.
Look, Charlie Murphy is a legend. Rest in peace.
Camera.
So it's perhaps not ridiculously it's hysterical to laugh at, but for the time, For a Venice Beachy type of pimpy,
I
like,
mean, it's
to a degree.
Hollywood type.
I think what throws you off is the anorexic body, because the little half crop
he
top
looks-
with abs
and the age.
Yeah.
and the age. He's
Because
And he's not gay. And he's not overtly
Yes.
flamboyantly gay.
it's basically it exudes sadness back then as it would do it now. When you see somebody of that age, because for instance, in the first Nightmare on Elm Street, Johnny Depp, call back.
Oh, I'm fine with a crop top. I mean,
It was,
depending, of course, who it's on.
yes, but yeah,
This
I mean,
man should not be exposing any piece of his flesh.
that's the thing, exactly. I mean, it's
His face should be full burqa.
sorry, your face looks like a cauliflower.
No, but Bob has a beautiful face, like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower. No offense, but your face looks like a cauliflower.
Then we get his party attire, which looks like he made the belt himself after going to Hobby Lobby and assembling some felt and glitter, with another gold tank top and just tights. And he's got like a heroin addict body. Like you just picked him up off of Hollywood Boulevard and dressed him up in like one of the
I do
prop
like the
shops.
heroin addict body. Jealous of it. I'm skinny fat, man. I wish I had that heroin thinness.
Yes, but on this man, it just looks sickly.
and then he
Not sexual,
manages
sickly.
to top that.
Sexual.
Does he have another outfit? How many outfits does
He
he
has
wear?
the slippery when wet.
Oh!
Scotty, where you been? I was beginning to think you was a flake. I need your John Hancock on these papers.
Yeah, it's like a 17-year-old girl getting ready for a wet T-shirt contest.
Yes.
All right.
Let alone Kenny Loggins, who's tying his shirt up like he's going on a
Oh yes, thank you.
on a Martha Vineyard boat tour to sample some wine. Keeps
We
tying it up.
guys. We have what is
It's like a Martha
otherwise
Stewart look with white capris walking on the beach.
what is otherwise a complete Texan cowboy,
Yes.
man's man, oil businessman. I ain't getting my hair cut at no foo-foo salon.
Imagine him in the mirror in the morning.
He freaking
tying that up.
The whole shirt
I
is
look
unbuttoned,
I
and he
mean-
just does a little
Granted,
bow tie,
there's no belly showing.
Yes.
That would be worse.
and then he white capris.
I mean, he had to cuff him up at least because they're walking in the water.
Yes.
But it's not a
And,
good look.
and, and the actor was, whose name escapes me, of course.
Sorrel
Pickens.
Sorrel
Slocking
something.
Sorrel Stickenbach.
Sora Clockling.
Sora Clockling.
He was.
Where does the first name end and the last name start?
Sora Clockling.
Oh, Sorrel's Picard.
Oh, what?
Sorrel Picard. That's a great name.
Cow shit. He was a songwriter, singer-songwriter.
The song was good.
Yeah, and it's,
Oh, yes, actually.
It's an original song of his.
It's actually pretty funny.
She was a young thing in the prime of her life, standing there looking as cute as could be. So I walked on over and asked her her name. I'm still not believing what she said to me. I don't f fossils for a free old man.
We now return to
MaJaMa.
You know,
Shut up, man.
this movie could have been done a lot differently, and honestly, I have nothing but good things to say about it.
And it could have been done a lot worse.
Yes, because Matthew, you made the joke of giving the bare minimum, but I think that the guys, I'm sorry, what's our lead's name? Scotty, of course. Scotty and our oil businessman. The other two are kind of sleazy, but those two I do find I feel
The
like
fat
it's-
one's just dumb.
Fat one's just dumb. He's got a big.
His go-to gag was falling pratfall.
Yes.
In fact, even his mom.
His mom carries on the family tradition and also falls back.
Yeah.
But I did find a genuine moral core to Scotty, and also, even though he does kind of break it, again, for 40 years ago, what the acceptable was, again, might sound comedic, but I was almost kind of impressed that when the three old men do the rules for the summer.
Boy, the pond was dry. I'm using the wrong kind of bait.
Yeah, I landed a tight little blonde. Had to throw her back. She was jailbait.
Good. No jail bait. Agreed?
Agreed.
I know it sounds funny that I'm giving that credit, but you know how long ago 40 years was, especially for a comedy like this. They could have been like, I tell you what, guys, 15 years old, it's okay, right? Yeah, high fives. Like, I remember when I was watching...
I think it was still illegal.
When I was watching Meatballs, I had a little bit of period shock.
You see Porky's.
When Bill Murray's like...
All right, this is the 14-year-old girls' cabin. They've got the drive and the equipment, but they don't have the experience. Right. They better not get it from you guys. Not this summer, anyway, huh?
And while it's a kind of trope in these type of comedies, there's an overtness that, admittedly, even with me rolling my eyes at modern sensibilities, I was kind of like, Jesus, Bill. So, again, through that lens, through the private resort lens, I think there's they didn't need to do that for this. So the sweetness, the morality, the likability of our lead, the fact that Texas businessman is also like, dude, what the f***, you're being a jerk. Sorry for the cursing. Damn it.
Saying sorry doesn't change things.
It's elevated.
It already came out of your mouth.
A cursing jar, and you have to put $1 every time you do that.
Why don't we think of another word for that word?
The budget, the cast, the attention to detail. And here's the other thing.
I mean, the candles, the music, the sexy dress. I mean,
all of this is almost like a Good Burger, an R-rated Good Burger, where I feel like the point of Good Burger is to be an ultra breezy summer comedy that's fun.
Yes.
And I think it works a million times over. Again, every movie has a specific mission. I really feel like this was fun. I felt like I wanted to be at the beach. I was having a good time. I wasn't even really laughing at it. I was kind of just, other than like the guy's shorts and stuff, I was laughing with it. And I really think it did what it was supposed to do. And again, we've seen so many worse... Let's go back into Jam's history.
No! It's bad enough we're here now!
Phat Beach. We all loved our leads.
Now you want to take his car? He loved his car more than my mother. Benny. No way, man.
Benny,
no
man.
way.
Look at this car.
I'm not allowed.
Remember what you told me your dad said about conquering the world? He said you could do anything behind the wheel of this car, man. Feel it. Feel its powers. Oh, is that your daddy? You hear your daddy, man? Benjamin, you can have anything in this car, son. All the pussy you want. Daddy was talking about pussy, man. All you can handle.
But the movie, perfect example. The movie around them, horrific. Crumbled, zero plot. These guys did not give zero attention. They didn't just say the girls are there and that's enough. So perhaps I'm viewing it through the lens of its brethren and distorting it, but I think this movie deserves a tip of the cap for going above what, especially if you're making it for the Playboy channel, you would think they'd be like, who the hell needs a moment of morality? Just making boners throughout. Do you agree, Matthew? Do you agree, Mateo? What do you think? Think I'm just shooting off at the lip, or do you think it was actually...
Yes, just shut up, stop. Yes, I agree.
This is the show. I was supposed to be asking you your opinion. So I was asking you guys, were you also kind of, did you have fun with it? Do you think it's a little bit elevated, or I'm just whatever? I'm just usual Jason enthusiastic ranting here.
Yep. We gave you an answer.
Come on, man.
Yes, I agree with, what did you say? What were you talking about?
Just like that?
You were saying that.
Tell me how you felt about the movie.
I liked it. I liked the movie.
As a connoisseur of this...
they did a good job of making a movie.
Of all these comedies, it's one step above the other. It's not Porky's, because Porky's is...
Porky's even more elevated?
No, it's... it has a couple of...
Even more towards being an actual movie, despite the sex...
It's mostly Porky's, and this one are the two movies of this subgenre or comedies that made an effort to actually have real characters.
What can I tell you? I'm the tooth fairy of rock and roll.
Which really makes all the friggin' difference.
Yes. The other ones usually was, get a good-looking kid or three good-looking kids or whatever, and usually one
Get
fat
some
slob.
good-looking dudes.
There is always good-looking dudes and one fat slob who has to be the comic relief in some sort. And
we got to talk about our sidekick. Speaking of reaching back into Jam's history,
yes.
Matthew very quickly realized that our backwards hat-wearing, classic floppy-haired sidekick is none other than the man that charmed the pants off us with his over-the-top B-movie acting in the intro of...
Spank me harder, baby.
My gosh, what a nice connection to make. The redhead was back. And again, I thought he was the charming classic best friend trope. Everything kind of worked for him.
Brewski?
No thanks. I'm watching my figure.
Yeah, me too.
I like how he wanted to have sex the entire film, and then by the end he did have sex.
But also without, once again,
without rape.
She was conscious. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Bro, she was conscious this time.
Without tricking somebody or without being overly obnoxious about it. He respects
He just
her
wears her down
boundaries.
over
Yes.
a good amount of time.
This is something I never thought I'd say.
Yeah? Well, you looked kind of cute last night, so I figured, what the heck?
It was right, dude.
It was worth the wait.
Usually, it's what makes all the difference in any kind of movies. Whenever you have, why a lot of horror movies, you watch them and you forget them because whoever is the protagonist is just like meat to be butchered by the killer. You don't really care.
Shouldn't
You're
talk
not-
about people like that.
I know.
You know, that's
But
why
I really don't like them.
That's why I feel like, other than a couple stellar standouts, that everyone, you'll never stop the love from it. I'm not saying you should, but Friday the loop it. Friday the
Just stop right there.
Friday the 13th.
I don't
in
care for
particular
what you're about to
seems-
say.
A lot of the episodes are like, come on, I know we all love. What are we doing? This is garbage.
Hey,
This is
hey,
unwatchable
whoa,
garbage.
hey,
you
what?
know I'm right.
What the hell are you talking about?
You don't
Friday
give him any characters, and so what he becomes, it's just the machine of like, okay, now it's them, and he killed them. Okay, now
And
it's
what's
them,
wrong
and
with
he killed
that?
them. It's just,
No,
look,
but Friday the 13th is different because you go for Jason. You don't care about the kids. You
Yeah,
just
but,
like
no,
go- it's more like
look at 6 versus like
mouth.
Some of them are just terrible.
there's
I love Jason.
also in this movie there is also an attempt of murder.
Several times.
Scotty! Social climbing, I see. How about a drink before you go? Oh! Sorry, you couldn't stay longer.
Plus he's holding a glass that could shatter into his face and stab his neck, slices his jugular. Just pushes the kid back off a ladder off the 2-story
balcony with a neon
Yeah.
handrail or whatever it is, which is the most dangerous. Imagine how many times you burn
Seriously,
yourself
yes.
by grabbing.
Yes. Ow! Ow! Also, the attempted murder, well, that I guess wasn't intentional, but there's a man in a wheelchair fishing on the dock. He catches the collar of one of the thugs.
That was great.
Yes.
One of the trash, what are they called? Dirtbag? Scumbag?
Yeah,
Their license
dirtbag.
plate,
I
something.
think that is dirtbag.
They're messing with Scotty and the gang the whole movie. Wow, it sounds like a 1950s Netflix
They've been messing with Scotty and the gang, so we gotta have a dance-off tonight at the train tracks.
The movie needed an action sequence, and so there is this.
Yeah. The weird jet skis, though. I
Yeah,
guess
because they
were
were
different.
pedal board with
And
an
who's
engine.
working the rentals? 3 guys just run up and grab them, run to the beach.
But everything, we go into
we got to show the old dude who's fishing catches his hook on the collar of one of the
It's a great gag.
thugs who's on a jet ski, and then pulls him across the entire dock, rips him through the railing of the dock, and he just crashes into the water in his wheelchair. I'm like, dude, no one's even gonna. He can't even swim. He can't kick his legs.
Which is
he can barely move his arms. I'm sure he's terrified.
That is a surprising thing because usually in a movie like this.
It's not funny, man.
They would show you that he was all
Yeah.
right. No, the
He's at least clinging to
chair
a
is
pier or
dangling,
the.
and he is.
And then we just murdered a man in a
He's
wheelchair.
probably dead, with the happy music and all the rest. It's.
You can't assume that just because he's in a wheelchair, he can't entirely move his legs. He could do kicks enough to tread back.
Sure.
He's not gonna make it back.
Dragged up
No.
by.
He's at the end of the pier.
Plus, what kind of a pier has a handrail that you just hit it and it snaps immediately?
You guys can say what you want. It's a fantastic visual gag.
It's a little. I mean, it's great for a comedy, but it's a little weird.
Yes.
Because you don't even show like, oh, hey, he's okay, or.
I think you're saying because we don't have a Naked Gun tone, in which case you shoo it away in a second.
Yeah, because a Naked Gun is the only genre where you can actually kill somebody and yet get away with it because it's
O.J. Simpson.
Yes, exactly.
We now return to
MaJaMa.
Yeah. He tricked me into taking my clothes off.
Candy, why do you keep on talking dirty to guys? Huh?
It gets their attention.
Yeah. Don't you see what it does? You talk dirty to them, they get turned on. Then all they want to do is f*** you.
I just want them to like me, Scotty.
What?
Do you guys think the commentary with Candy on the beach was more about telling women, hey, don't act so provocative and talk about sex all the time?
Oh, that was interesting, actually.
If you don't want to actually have sex, because that's either dangerous for you or because it's teases for guys? Or do you think it's more so for commentary for males watching, hey, just because a girl talks about it,
I think
doesn't
that
mean she doesn't
actually
want it?
No, either way.
They managed to merge the two things into one scene. Saying,
but this is what I'm saying. You don't need. This is why. Thank you. This is so shocking now because you don't need to do any of that. Clearly, someone had elevated intentions because, especially if you're filming, this is what I'm saying. It sounds like I'm being comedic, but think of what's being made. No one needed to do that. That's a genuine. That's a genuine commentary.
Well, rape is bad.
And again, it's not even played like Full House or Saved by the Bell, even though they are sitcom-y. It's not even played like heavy-handedly and corny. It's just kind of a genuine moment where the guy's like, hey, let me tell you something, man. You're going to cause him trouble. He plays it heartfelt. So that's what I'm saying. I'm genuinely shocked. No one needed to put that into a movie like this, and I think it's all the better for it. And I think that's why all the breezy fun kind of works, because it's the old argument. Did you actually give a shit about making your movie?
And it doesn't come out as preachy or...
No, it doesn't.
Or anything.
And also, I think for the time, it's almost kind of...
Yeah.
Like, for being in the early 80s and like, hey, let's stick a message in about what might happen if you act like, tease the guys. And like you said, it almost kind of works both ways of how these interactions happen.
But ultimately, it's more important that the woman kind of checks herself and what she's doing to bring on that attention. I think is what we're supposed to learn from it.
Yeah, that's the clear lesson.
Do you think Candy got the message? Seems pretty dense.
No. It's funny.
No.
People don't realize, women just don't. Just be yourself and don't be what the nerds are going to be. It's such a simple thing, but every nerd's like, just stop. You're okay, you. And that's all they want. And it's just a massive misunderstanding,
But also men should stop being creeps and...
Wait, you figure it out?
Finally, at 40 years?
Oh, no, that's...
It's just a joke, man. Relax, okay?
I'm being serious, though.
About?
I don't want to steer this into a philosophical angle, but this movie makes me think, like, just be yourself and don't be like, it's just basic math.
Pretty much advocate the opposite of everything
the amount of nerds that go through life not understanding why they're not getting laid, when it's just like, dude, you don't have to switch up to Joe Cool like a classic Hollywood makeover transformation, but just be yourself and stop being like, but you wouldn't, right? It's just everyone just wants someone to be an actual person that likes yourself.
I remember Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman when she seduced Richard Gere by going with... It was a famous scene for which she was Oscar nominated.
There's moments when I really hate to be
it's kind of repulsed at you at first, but that kind of just drew me back in.
There are moments when I really hate to be like, hey, hardworking Mateo, could you put that in? But good God, I hope that's an actual scene in the episode. Julia Roberts' big-ass mouth that could eat a fucking semi. Seriously, Julia Roberts could eat a watermelon, like just lodging her jaw like a friggin' python.
I think that if she smiles, all teeth, they will merge in the back, and you can lift the hat
bib
of the
behind
head.
her.
It's like Terrence and Phillip.
Yes.
I'm Julia Roberts.
It's like a zipper.
Yeah, Jesus. Real horror show.
I don't know. It just doesn't sound solid to me.
Any characters we didn't... The plot's basic, so I feel like we got into the plot, but any characters or facets we didn't cover? Any other fun romps? I do think that, again, a lot of the, a guy skateboards by and drops pizza, the little things,
That was a waiter.
Everything kind of worked as...
That pizza looked old, too.
Every scene they meant to do something fun with, I didn't roll my eyes at. I was like, okay, it's a fun little thing.
No, it looks like movies like Private Resort or a bunch of other...
Nightmare Beach is what I'm thinking of.
Oh.
That was horrible.
Yes. But great for the episode, my God.
Yes.
You're missing the point.
They were all movies that it looked like that half of it was improvised on the set. With whatever they had, let's do a gag. Here, the probably the worst moment.
Got a knife, fall in it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the worst moment that I don't know how planned it was, but there was this visual gag of.
Because like cartoonish, you mean?
A little cartoonish and a little too fragmented for the gag to actually work. But other than that, the other thing, I mean, when Kane Hodder hits the motorcycle that fall down, there's a good scene. The jet skis chase. After all, they go underneath the pier, which is one of the scariest thing to do.
Yes, it's funny. It's not something you would be like, oh, that looks like nothing. But if you were there in the moment,
fall
like
in the water,
it's funny.
I'd be terrified to go 5 miles per hour on one of those things.
It's funny. It doesn't translate like an
posts.
over-the-top stunt, but when they were going in between, it's just enough to be like, oh, careful, you might hit the pole.
Yeah, not only that.
You said that in your head?
I did.
What's just below the water is what kills a lot of people. That's why you cannot jump. Yes, they are the mussels, black shells. Muscles that they are all attached to, and it's just like if you're hugging a pole filled with razor blades. So that's why if you go every
friggin' horrifying.
Every pier has no swimming underneath the pier or something because of that.
No way.
You know, I guess it's just an example.
It is
of. You can do anything if you do it right and you care. You know, you don't have to roll your eyes because it's called Hardbodies and the cover is a stomach and it's about getting laid in the sun. You can still attack that with passion and care, and you can make it fun for what it is.
And 2 more thumbs down for the moronic comedy Hardbodies, in which the characters' bodies were not quite as hard as their heads.
And I think that's the overriding lesson of this show, is that the biggest cardinal sin is the apathy.
Should not be learning anything from the show. Let's just make that clear.
Any movie can work.
Except for not putting gum and glue onto the door so we can actually leave the apartment.
That would be number 1.
Yes. That's the only
We've
thing.
been here a very long time.
Remember something from this show is that.
Did we try, like, hot water in the lot?
It's a blood oath. There's a magical blood oath.
Yes. Now you can teleport to the bathroom, so.
In fact, I'll do it right now.
Probably not.
Did a bunch of stuff just happen to me?
No.
Did I just teleport, or were we just snapping our fingers?
Nothing.
Wait, hold on. Let me. Damn. No. I used to be able to do it.
I wish you would disappear.
Yeah. Oh, well, Stevens. Okay, prepare to beam down. All right, Captain. And the rest of them just looking at it. What's all that about, Stevens? Oh, I thought I was beaming down. We've got a machine to do that. We put a lever, you see. Oh, you bastards. You just let me do that.
Are we?
Yeah, I think so.
Man, I want to just stay in this world of hard bodies. Just running around with a flapping boner through the beach and little short shorts with Scotty. You wanted to be there, right?
Yeah.
Plus, made you not want to be gay.
You had a boner for the black haired dude, so yeah. And the protagonist.
You just can't call him ugly.
Nah.
I took objection to that line. That's not right.
Who says ugly?
I guess it's wildly subjective.
Who says ugly?
Oh, don't you know the whole reason I'm doing this angle is because there's a line where it's like, yeah, you're hanging out with the 3, or he says you're hanging out with the geezers, sex geezers, which you thought was a great name for a movie, sex geezers.
Yeah.
Which
maybe a band, actually.
We're down on the beach that you've moved in with a bunch of sex geezers.
Hey, look, they might be old, ugly, and horny, but actually they're very nice guys.
And then he says, yeah, they might be a little ugly and whatever and this, but they're nice guys. And I'm like, I don't know if you really attach it to the one slick-looking, muscular business guy. I guess I could do worse than the hot billionaire. Let's express our feelings by throwing pieces of paper. I will start.
Okay.
I had a really great time with it. Like I said, it gave me the lesson that you can do any type of move if you actually care. And I was surprised by how good it was for the material. I'm going to throw nothing because I think it's a stellar example of every movie's got a mission. Did you do your mission? Hardbodies did. I wanted a fun romp through some summer sex times, and I got it. Thumbs up, ski guys. How about you fellas?
I'm going to throw a 1.
Okay.
Just because of...
You wanted more pee-pee in there.
I mean, that goes without saying for any movie. Although you did get a shot of it when Scotty's getting out of bed at the opening.
Yes.
But
The
there's
bulge?
always a problem. No, it was actual penis.
No, you can say that.
Dick. It's
The
actual
penis?
dick. The penis? I guess just because it's not... I don't know.
And I go with 1 as well. It's a fun romp. It's far from being perfect, but it does its job. You don't have to expect anything more.
Yeah, ditto.
Okay.
Well, guys, this has been episode
21. Oh.
69.
Sorry.
Times 5.
I cannot believe time marches on, and we will be in our 70s soon.
MaJaMa.
Hardbodies.
And guys, I'm once again talking. I know there's at least one person watching this right now, and you're literally making direct eye contact with me.
And you're
I
probably out of
love
focus.
that you've watched it, but you're not leaving comments. And I get it.
Hey.
You're probably out of focus.
Alexa, stop. You shouldn't be so menacing.
Where are we,
You were just saying goodbye?
So, guys,
remember, smile.
I'm looking right into the camera right now. I know there's someone out there watching.
Still creepy.
It's even creepier than before.
And you haven't made a
Don't scrunch your eyes up so
You
much.
should do like
No,
Julia
you're
Roberts
making
and
it
going,
worse.
yee.
No.
So there's someone out there that hasn't commented. Could you please do that?
Yeah, that better?
Much better. Yes, thank you. I'm glad that I reset the cameras for that.
Just cut the last 30 minutes.
I thought we were done.
MaJaMa.
I have a business proposition for you.
What do you want?
I'm going to be in town until Sunday. I'd like you to spend the week with me. Oh, yes. Done.
What light from yonder window breaks? It is my lady.
Because you're too important.
It's still not good enough.
Jacob!
You're a rare lady, Catwoman. You're right on time.